We're going to learn about the fundamentals of chemical equations. A chemical equation is a symbolic representation of a chemical reaction in the form of symbols and formulas.
Go.
H2 plus O2, which is hydrogen plus oxygen. Combining both of them are reactants, and combining them is H2O, which is also water, which that is product. As you see here, in front of the reactants there's a 2, and on the other side where the product is, you also see a 2 here. Both of these are called coefficients. You have to use that in order to balance out the equation.
Advice: steps to balancing a chemical equation.
Write all reactants on the left side and all the products on the right side of the equation arrow. Make sure you write the correct formula for each element. Use coefficients in front of each formula to balance the number of atoms on each side. For example, if you see O2 here and O3 here, you will need to put a 3 here and a 2 over here to balance out the equation. Now you have a balanced equation. Plus sign is used to add, which is usually found between two reactants or two products. This arrow, which is found in between two equations or in the middle of the equation, is the yield. S substances is a solid, that's what the variable is. I substances is a liquid. G substances is a gas. And AQ substance is an aqueous. The two-sided arrow, reactants can go both ways. That's what the two arrows mean. What is a chemical equation used for?
Chemical reactions are found in everyday life situations without you even knowing.
Another example of chemical.
Another example of chemical reaction is rust, as it is due to erosion.
As you could see right here, I have Al2 parentheses CO4 parentheses 3 plus Cl2 yields to CaSO4 plus AlCl3. It may seem pretty difficult, but overall it's really easy. You just gotta take your time with it. So what we are going to do is start off with the aluminum. On one side we have two aluminum elements, and on the other we have only one. So pretty much to balance it out, all we had to do is put a 2 right here. And now we have two aluminum elements on both sides. So now we could let's take a look at the chlorine element. So right here we have 2, 3, which equals 6 when you multiply them. But down the other side we only have 2, but we need 6 in total also. So to even it out, we have to put 3. So now we have 6 chlorine elements on both sides. Now we take a look at the calcium element. We have 3 calcium elements on one side. On the other side we only have 1. So like the other two, all we had to do is just even it out. By doing that, all you have to do is add 3, and now you have 3 calcium and 3 calcium. And now you take a look at your final one, which is CO4. And you could see over here, you already have CO4. You already have 3 of them because it's in parentheses. So you have 3 over here, CO4s also. So right here, you could either leave it blank or add a 1. Either way, it's pretty much the same thing. But overall, so it's really easy. See, it wasn't really hard. So now what you have right here is called a balanced equation. Let's try another chemical equation. Right here we have CH4 plus O2 yields to CO2 plus H2O. Like the other equation, it is pretty simple to balance out. You could just start with one element, which could be the hydrogen, the carbon, or the oxygen. Let's start with the hydrogen. Over here we have 4 hydrogen elements, and over here we only have 2 hydrogen elements. To balance it out, all you have to do is put 2. And now you have 2 times 2 is 4, and you have 4 over here. So now you have your hydrogen elements balanced out. Now let's balance out the oxygen elements. So over here you have 2 plus another 2, which is 4, and over here you only have 2. So all you have to do is put 2 in front of the O2 and you get 4 oxygen elements. So now all you have to check is for your last element, which is the carbon elements. But you could see that the carbon elements are already balanced out, so you can either leave them blank or just add a 1. It's the same thing. So now this is what you would call also a balanced equation.